with them this season.
Prepare for it like we have all the rest of them. We get a day more preparation time for this game, I think. It's a busy period. These are the games that the players want to play in, the games that they look forward to. Manchester United's probably one of the first fixtures that all the players look for, and we had a good result there last season, and we feel we're in a better place than we was last season, but we know the talent that Manchester United have got.
That's Dean Smith, Aston Villa manager. Before that, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the Manchester United boss. After us, Alex Crook and Dave Kitson, bringing you commentary here on Premier League Live. David Connolly alongside me here. How do you see that one going? Should be a good game.
Yeah, look, it'll be, as you spoke earlier, I think it'll be an absolutely amazing game. Hopefully they both go for it, toe-to-toe, start the year on a front foot. The Bally with 3 points, obviously United kicking off before Liverpool. If they get 3 points in the bag, then yeah, great. So it should be a really good one. A lot of attacking talent on show, and obviously Aston Villa so good at the back.
Yes, and Manchester United have that game in hand on Liverpool, so they'll be putting the pressure right onto the Reds if they get a victory. Everton, they have an opportunity to go within a point of Liverpool. That's a carrot that they really should be going for, David.
Yeah, which is why I guess if there were fans at Goodison, they'd probably be pretty disappointed what they've seen so far. As we discussed off air, I think probably the best person on the pitch has been the ref. I thought he's done really, really well. Some good advantages, and in all seriousness, I think the Premier League has been ruined this season by referees and decisions and minimal contact, players going down, penalties, you name it. But I think Kevin Friend is refereed it superbly well so far.
Okay, second half on the way. This is Premier League Live.
Demanding a high performance from your team? You should be demanding the same from your tyres. The Irish Tyre Industry Association is urging motorists to stay safe this winter and check the condition of your tyres. You could even be liable for a fine and 2 penalty points if found driving with tyres below the legal tread depth limit of 1.6 millimetres. ITIA expert technicians will carry out a free tyre safety check to ensure your tyres are safe and legal. Visit itia.ie to find your local expert.
Get ready and hold on tight, because the Premier League is here! Which teams will stay on track, and who'll go off the rails? Get the Irish Sun for top transfer news, exclusive star interviews, and opinions from the biggest names in football. Plus, expert analysis of every action-packed match in our fantastic goals pull-out each weekend. Stay up to speed, because you never know what the Premier League is going to throw up. Pick up the Irish Sun today.
Certainty. With Volkswagen commercial vehicles, it's included as standard. The Crafter, Transporter and the all-new 5th generation Caddy are more innovative, dynamic and efficient than ever before. Now with HP Finance from 0%, purchase contributions of up to €3,500 and service plans from €9.99. They're the smart next step for your business. For vans and offers you can rely on always. Contact your local Volkswagen commercial vehicles dealer or visit volkswagenvans.ie and leave the rest to us. Finance provided by way of hire purchase agreement from Volkswagen Financial Services Ireland and subject to lending criteria. Terms and conditions apply.
Introducing Goodison Sport. Protect your sporting equipment from COVID-19 for up to 14 days with Goodison Sport disinfectant treatment. Ideal in team sport settings with the sharing of balls, rackets, gloves, helmets and all other sporting equipment. Goodison Sport kills COVID-19 on impact, keeping surfaces free from COVID-19 and other viruses and bacteria for up to 14 days by creating a protective polymer layer on application. For more information on Goodison Sport and other quality assured, certified and approved PPE, visit yourcovidprotection.com.
At Paddy Power, we know competition for the remote control can be fierce at the weekends. So in order to give the non-football loving occupants of your house something to do, here are some of our top suggestions. Go for a walk. Walk the dog. Go cycling. Cycle the dog. Recycle the dog. Just go! All very good options, we say. And that's not the only one. If one leg of your 4+ fold ACCA lets you down, get a free bet on all football leagues and markets. Paddy Power. Max free bet €10. Min odds 1 to 5 on each leg. Online exclusive. Exclude shop bets. T's and C's apply. 18+ need help. Visit gamblingcare.ie.
123inc.ie have your office needs covered. So whether you're an accountant, butcher, carpenter, dentist, electrician, florist, graphic designer, hairdresser, journalist, lecturer, musician, optician, retailer, teacher, solicitor, web designer, or yoga instructor, we've got what you need. And we're cheaper than your current supplier. 123inc.ie. For home, for office, for less.
You're listening to TalkSport's coverage of Everton against West Ham United from here at Goodison Park. I'm your host, Joe Rawson. Alongside me is the former Leicester, Southampton and West Ham striker, David Connolly. This is Premier League Live. Everton 0, West Ham United 0. The score at half-time, both teams making their way back out onto the pitch here at Goodison Park. An empty Goodison Park for the first time in a number of weeks. Of course, 2,000 supporters have been allowed into games on Merseyside, but a change in government restrictions means that today is the first time that Everton have played at home without supporters for quite a while. David, I just wonder if that has had a little bit of an effect on Everton. They have such a good recent home record, but back behind closed doors for the first time in a while.
Well, possibly, I don't know, maybe because they didn't play, they're just, blown a few cobwebs out. I don't know, they might have had an extra roast potato for Christmas dinner, who knows, haven't run it off yet, but I'm sure Ancelotti would have sort of told them that that's not really good enough, certainly not at home, and what an opportunity this is for them.
Doesn't look like there have been any personnel changes at the break. Of course, James Rodriguez back amongst the substitutes for the first time in a number of weeks for Everton. Mikel Antonio, the name that sticks out on the West Ham substitutes bench this afternoon. So Everton, as you were from kick-off, with Jordan Pickford in goal, a back four of Ben Godfrey, Mason Holgate, Yerry Mina and Seamus Coleman. The three in midfield, Tom Davis, Gylfi Sigurdsson and Abdoulaye Doucouré, with Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Bernard as a forward three. As for West Ham United, Darren Randolph making his first Premier League start of the season in goal. A back four of Aaron Cresswell, Angelo Ogbonna, Craig Dawson and Vladimir Soufal. In midfield, Thomas Souček, Declan Rice and Pablo Fornals, and a forward line of Sayed Benrahma, Seb Allaire and Jared Bowen. We are back underway here at Goodison Park in the first Premier League fixture of 2021. Everton playing from left to right as we look at the action in this second half, and they're in possession in the West Ham half with Doucouré, who switches it over to the right hand side where Seamus Coleman brings it under control. Coleman captaining the side for just his 9th Premier League appearance of the season after suffering a hamstring injury earlier in this campaign. Here is Tom Davis lofting a ball over the top. Randall comes for it and nearly got into a mix-up. He was nearly beaten to the ball by Seamus Coleman, but he just got his fist to the ball ahead of the head of his Ireland's international teammate. Here is Coleman in possession on the right hand side, twisting and turning, and then finds the pass to Bernard, and West Ham clear it away. But there was just a bit of hesitation from Randolph in him coming off his line, and it almost proved costly, David.
Yeah, that's right, he just did enough though, and I'd expect a response here from Everton. It's a much better start they've come out.
West Ham on the attack now though with Fornals, low cross in towards Benrahma, and a touch to take the ball away from the West Ham attacker came from Doucouré, and it's cleared away by Mina. The loose ball is picked up by Declan Rice on the halfway line. Now here's Cresswell on the left hand side up towards Fornals, laid inside to Declan Rice, midway inside the Everton half. Now Allaire switches play over to the right hand side. It bounced awkwardly in front of Craig Dawson, who did get a touch to the ball, but Everton in possession, and Ogbonna just forced to boot the ball out of play.
They didn't make the most of that, Everton, because obviously it was a really poor touch from Dawson. He had to go to ground and recover the ball. It just meant Ogbonna was 2v1. A better pass in behind from Everton, and they are in. Here's this chance again. Just a hopeful ball in the box from Tom Davies, and Cresswell leaves it. He's just hoping, or he's expecting Randolph to be there. He's a little bit slow though to read the play. That communication you mentioned earlier maybe wasn't quite there.
Yeah, it usually happens when a goalkeeper who's not the regular number one comes in. There often is a bit of a lack of communication between the back four and the goalkeeper, because different goalkeepers do different things.
Well, most of them say keepers, and then everyone gets out of the way. I mean, that's normally how it works. Just got to command their box. So certainly he might have to do a little bit better there, Randolph.
Yeah, of course Fabianski is the type of goalkeeper that will come out and collect the ball with his hands at any opportunity anywhere inside his penalty area. I don't see the same from Darren Randolph. He's more of a shot stopper in my mind. But anyway, he got away with that one. It's Everton 0, West Ham United 0. And Everton in possession with Yerry Mina under pressure from Ben Rama, so goes back to Jordan Pickford, who's inside his own 6-yard box. He sends it long down the right hand side. The header is won by Dawson.
Well, you know what, Joe, actually this might work against Darren, because I'm sure he wants to go and play first team football, and Fabianski will probably be back. But apart from Randolph, they've only got David Martin, and that's not really enough, hence why they've kept Randolph there.
Here is Decore down the right hand side, lays it into Calvert-Lewin inside the penalty area. He goes down under a challenge from Fornals, and again Kevin Friend tells a player to get back up onto his feet. He did go down very easily, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Fornals runs away with the ball.
Yeah, he just didn't see Fornals coming on his blind side, and Fornals just eased Calvert-Lewin out the way, went to ground, he put his arms out as if to say, that could be a penalty, but there's no way, there's nothing in that. Good refereeing again from Kevin Friend, who's made a lot of friends.
Yeah, he's had a really good game. You called him the player, the man of the match in the first half, which tells you a lot about the entertainment factor here at Goodison Park in the opening 45 minutes. Let's hope that it will improve throughout this second 45 minutes. And to do that, we need a goal, surely. Everton in search of one now, but West Ham, as they did throughout the first period, stayed compact behind the ball and are making it so difficult for Everton to create something. Here is Sigurdsson inside his own half. Good tackle from Declan Rice to win it for West Ham. And now here's Souček. Plays it square to Fornals just outside the centre circle. Given back to Dawson, and now here is Declan Rice. And we're on the right hand side to Soufal, and it goes back to Dawson again. And now Everton play at being compact, and they're forcing West Ham back to their own goalkeeper. Here is the Italian international Ogbonna. Sends it long, looking for Allaire. He's beaten in the air by Mina, and Holgate, who had just dropped behind Mina, is able to pick up the loose ball. Now here's Tom Davis dribbling over the halfway line, finds Decore. Further right it goes to Bernard, out wide. His cross is blocked by Cresswell. Bernard gets it back though. Couple of bits of nice footwork, and it's laid off to Coleman, and then Bernard slips over the ball, and Cresswell is able to clear it away. Here is Davis, sends it over to the left hand side for Everton this time, with Richarlison being held up by Soufal. Gets the pass inside, but no one is there apart from claret and blue shirts, and Souček is able to play the ball back to his international teammate Soufal, who clears it long, and then Allaire slides in with Holgate, and he nearly came away with the ball, and it nearly broke to Ben Rama, but Everton had men covering.
Yeah, it worked really hard there, but obviously they turned the ball over because the ball came into him. One touch lay off and to Ben Rama, and they lost it, so just get hold of it.
Space here for Coleman down the right hand side. His cross finds Richarlison inside the penalty area, who gets the volley away, but it's blocked off the back of Soufal, and again West Ham can bring it clear.
Well, you can just hear his teammates saying there to Soufal, drive, meaning, go on, you take the ball up the pitch, get us something. Tries a little ball in behind, but straight to Pickford.
From one end to another in quick succession here, but Everton dominating possession.
It's a bit more open though, isn't it, Joe? Second half.
It is. West Ham though, again relying on someone to drive the ball forward to allow them to get men up the field, whereas from an Everton point of view, it's can they pick apart this stubborn West Ham defence? They will attempt to once again with Coleman. It does seem that they've had a bit of joy down the wings, but the quality of the delivery into the box has been poor. You can say that for both teams, really.
Well, here's Yerry Mina just trying to force the ball into Calvert-Lewin, and they've got Souček just sitting in front trying to screen. And then look, then they're out muscle where Declan Rice comes in there and just got a bit more muscle than Calvert-Lewin and Bernard.
Decore, centre of the West Ham half, forward to Bernard. Sigurdsson miskicks it, and that allows Cresswell to nip in and take the ball away. And here is Declan Rice being told, run it forward, Declan. So he does over the halfway line. Now here's Fornals on the left hand side. Decore comes back and makes the challenge, and West Ham have a throw on the left hand side, and the West Ham players applaud the effort from Declan Rice. And that was better from the West Ham captain.
Yeah, just a shot there, Mikel Antonio. A bit more vigorous with his warm-up on the side, so we might see him at some point pretty soon.
Here is Aaron Cresswell on the left-hand side. Ball in towards Allaire. Tried to lay it off to Ben Rama, but there was a bit of a heavy pass. Ben Rama keeps it in play now. The cross is in. It's headed away by Holgate, actually against the back of Davis, but Everton still managed to clear the ball away, and then Souček was fouled as he was running back towards his own goal by Decore, and a free kick is given by Kevin Friend.
And I guess, look, if we did see Antonio, it would probably be a positive sign maybe that Moyes thinks, Everton could be here for the beating. Certainly with how they performed so far, they are.
Well, there certainly is the space on the break for Antonio to run beyond the Everton defenders, because they're often so high up the pitch, aren't they, the Everton centre-backs?
Yeah, just trying to commit numbers forward.
Free kick taken quickly. Here's Declan Rice, drives it across the penalty area, but nobody was able to get a touch, and it goes all the way out for a throw-in on the far side of the field.
Oh, it's really well worked here. Quickly taken free kick. Declan Rice just pulled down to this left-hand side of the box. It's just half a yard in front of Allaire. Slid right across the 6-yard box. Brilliant ball in. Fractionally ahead of Allaire. Dived in, couldn't quite get his foot on the end of it.
And that's now twice in this game that West Ham have delivered balls across the 6-yard box. Aaron Cresswell did a similar sort of thing in the first half, but no one has been there to get the vital touch.
Well, Ben Rama's lost possession again. He's had a disappointing evening, I think, so far. Ben Rama hasn't done enough with the ball when he's got it. He's got to do more in that 10 role.
Here is Fornals. Good ball to find Cresswell in space on the left-hand side. Now forward to Allaire, who flicks it on to Fornals in the penalty area. Just couldn't get the shot away. Mina gets a touch and half clears it. Here's Bowen at the edge of the penalty area. Can he get a shot away? No. Sigurdsson is there, and Everton scramble it forward, and Calvert-Lewin will hold it up with his back to goal under pressure from Cresswell. Tries the dangerous pass inside that is intercepted by Bowen, centre of the Everton half. Now here's Cresswell on the left. Gives it back to Declan Rice as West Ham just take the sting out of this attack and this period of play. Now here's Dawson, ball in front of Soufal, has too much on it, and it goes out for an Everton throw.
Disappointing. I mean, to be honest, I think Declan Rice chooses the wrong option here. They're having success and joy down this left-hand side. Fire it into Allaire or maybe Fornals. Instead he goes square across the pitch to Dawson to go out the other side. A really poor pass out to Soufal, and that attack just petered out.
Mikel Antonio is being ready to come on for West Ham United. Here is Calvert-Lewin.
Well, he's Joe, when you listen to Moyes' pre-match talk, he mentioned about the medical staff saying last game he only had 50 minutes. This game, they're sort of telling him he can have a bit, as if he's being dictated to by the medical staff, which sometimes happens, but he's obviously ignored that advice and gone, you know what, we need him on the pitch because he's going to get at least a half an hour here.
Yeah, it's a difficult injury to manage though, isn't it, the hamstring, when you're coming back from a hamstring problem. West Ham on the attack with Souček. Here is Soufal in line with the edge of the Everton penalty area on the right hand side. Gets a left-footed cross in too close to Jordan Pickford. And of course, if you do feel that you can't go full pelt because of a hamstring problem, then it will affect your game. I'm sure you had hamstring issues throughout your career.
Yeah, I mean, look, you come and go, but I think with Antonio, obviously, he's so important to them, they just want to manage him right. However, there is that balance between listening to the medical staff and obviously it's an opinion or being dictated to, and I think Moyes earlier sounded like they're maybe telling him what the protocol for Antonio is really. David Moyes wants him out there.
Davis chips the ball in towards the West Ham penalty area. It's cleared away by Dawson. Allaire holds it up well and finds Ben Rama, who goes down and is fouled by Holgate. And this will allow West Ham and David Moyes to introduce Michael Antonio. And he is replacing Sebastian Allaire, who, as we mentioned at half-time, has held the ball up well, but hasn't really looked like a goal threat.
No, and I think Allaire's better with someone up there alongside him, a bit like Antonio, but that would mean going with the two up top. He's not going to do that against Everton's midfield three, so he's gone for a like change. You just want Ben Rama to offer a little bit more now. He's had a respite. He hasn't been taken off.
Antonio will, of course, offer that explosiveness on the break for West Ham. If they can get the ball beyond the defenders here, they come on the attack with Soufal down the right-hand side, and he is fouled, and this is a free kick in a very handy position, just outside the Everton penalty area on the right-hand side, and Kevin Friend is going to produce a yellow card, it looks like, for the first time in this game as well.
Well, there's a Soufal sandwich here. Godfrey and Holgate. They just smash Soufal. One goes to ground, one in front, one behind, and they make sure he's not getting past anyone. I think it was a foul from Godfrey, just on the edge, a couple of yards to the right hand side, just outside the box.
Ben Godfrey, the man who committed the foul. Not sure whether he has been shown a yellow card or not. Looked initially like Kevin Friend was going to go into his pocket, but I think Ben Godfrey has got away with it. No, confirmation, he has been shown a yellow card, so a third yellow card of the campaign for the man who is really a centre-back but has played the majority of his Everton career at full-back. And this is in a good position here for an in-swinging free kick for West Ham with Aaron Cresswell over the ball. It's right next to the corner of the right-hand edge of Everton's penalty area, this. Everyone crowded in and around the edge of the 6-yard box. Could be an awkward one for Jordan Pickford to deal with, because if it touches anyone in front of him, he could easily be wrong-footed. Kevin Friend just making sure that Bernard in the one-man wall is 10 yards away. Here is Cresswell. It's fired towards the back post. Saved well by Pickford, who got a good hand to it and was able to get enough on the ball to clear the penalty area. And Everton are able to clear the ball forward. Ball is back with Darren Randall. He sends it long towards Ogbonna, who wins the flick on. And now here's Ben Rama into the penalty area on the left-hand side. Crosses block, gets a second attempt at it, and it's turned behind, and it's a corner for West Ham.
Yeah, good strong hand here from Pickford. I think it's fairly central down his throat. A little bit, I wouldn't say overly spectacular there, but I think he made a bit more of a meal of it than it actually needed to be honest. It's right above his head, but anyway, he got it out of the danger zone.
Yeah, I mean, that's the impressive thing about that, is with the palm of his glove he managed to clear it so far. Corner in from the near side. It's headed away by Richarlison, only as far as Fornals, who strikes it straight at Jordan Pickford.
Good technique though from Fornals on the half volley with his left peg. Might have even been on the volley. Going for the top corner, but nice clean hands. Lack of power. Clean hands from Pickford.
On the half volley, I think, from Fornals, but comfortable for Pickford. And 61 minutes played here. It remains Everton 0, West Ham United 0 on Premier League Live. Joe Rawson alongside the former West Ham United striker David Connolly. Here is Richarlison, touches it down Sigurdsson on the halfway line, but again Everton forced backwards. And I just wonder how long it might be before James Rodriguez is introduced.
Well, judging by the bench, I don't think too much longer. There's a couple of players warming up, and I think it might be one of them with his kit off, ready to go.
Yeah, good spot. It does look as if James Rodriguez is.
I thought you were teeing me up. I thought you were teeing me up there, Joe. For me to knock it in the back of the net.
Well, I was going to say, because Everton are having a lot of possession and they've got a lot of time on the ball, in this sort of area that they're in now with Bernard as the ball is played into Coleman, who hits it first time from in the penalty area. It was a difficult angle and it was straight down the throat of Darren Randall.
Nice move though, because he's got Bernard on the outside. He does an underlapping run. He's screaming for it. Give me the ball, his hands down. He gets it in the box. He actually goes for the strike and goal. I think he's got to reverse that across. A little cross come shot to Calvert-Lewin, or maybe Richarlison to a little tap in rather than going for goal himself.
He doesn't score many, Seamus Coleman, but found himself in a good position inside the penalty area with Everton getting more joy down the right hand flank. Ball forward by Ogbonna is intercepted by Decore. Here's Davis trying to control a bouncing ball, runs into the big figure of Souček, and now here's Fornals able to run forward onto Bowen, right hand side of the penalty area, flicked into Fornals. What an opportunity for Pablo Fornals, a free header from on the penalty spot, and he fails to find the target.
Yeah, he just fluffs his lines completely here. Nice little break. He feeds it out to Bowen, ducks inside from that right on his left head, completely unmarked. He's about 10 yards out. Just sort of slides off the top of his head, not a clean contact, might have even brushed his shoulder, but awful attempt at a header there from Fornals.
The Spaniard had all the time in the world, and well, he failed to make the most of it. Everton have taken off Gylfi Sigurdsson. He is replaced by Andre Gomez. And James Rodriguez is also on, and he comes on to replace Bernard.
Well, there's a lot of haircuts going on. I don't know where they got their haircut, but
well, Liverpool has been in tier 2, remember? So
maybe the barbers
have been open, unlike many areas of the UK. Here is Antonio as Coleman makes a mistake with his backwards header. Antonio, low shot through the legs of Mina, but Pickford watched it well and he's able to dive into his left hand side.
Yeah, fairly tame effort in the end from Antonio. It's a really poor back header, I think, a back pass from Coleman, and Antonio seized upon it. Could have actually put in Benrahma, went for goal himself. He had a couple of players in front of him, but easily read by Pickford.
Now at the other end, here come Everton with James up to Decore. Richarlison in line with the edge of the West Ham penalty area. The shot cross was deflected onto the top of Darren Randall's net, and it's a corner for Everton. Well, it has opened up a little in the last 10 minutes or so. Everton nil, West Ham United nil.
Well, James is on the corner. Obviously he's got really good delivery. It's going to be an outswinger. All the big boys are up.
Rodriguez with the corner, and it's headed away by Ogbonna, and Benrahma completes the clearance. Here is Coleman back out towards James Rodriguez. It's cleared away by the head of Bowen, and then a shot from Gomez from a long way out. He's blocked by Ogbonna. The ball cannons into the air, and it's dealt with well by Bowen, who is then dispossessed by Gomez. James with the cross in, cleared away off the head of Dawson, and it does end up going behind for a corner.
Yeah, and this is again brilliant play from who? The referee. I mean, Bowen goes to ground, he's looking for a foul, he's going nowhere, back to his own goal. Kevin Friend waves away, no, Everton keep it alive, set it back, cross in the box, they got a corner. I don't know what he got for Christmas, Kevin Friend, but maybe it was a guidebook to refereeing. It was a good buy.
James with the corner. He's whipped into the 6-yard box. Really good defensive header by Ogbonna, who was this time fouled by Mina, and Kevin Friend has given a free kick on this occasion.
Yeah, maybe he can pass it on to all the other refs, whatever he got, because he's had a great game. You know, all jokes aside, you know, there's been so many fouls and free kicks that could have been given, probably would have been given in a different game. He's just allowed the game to flow and made the right call pretty quickly. Players have got up and got on with it.
It's refreshing to see.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, it remains goalless here at Goodison Park. West Ham have a free kick, which is almost like a goal kick that Darren Randolph will take, right-footed, high up into the night sky. It's over the head of Antonio, over the head of Benrahma, and Mina just plays it back to Jordan Pickford, who pumps it back in the direction of the West Ham half. It's over the head of Richarlison, who goes down under a challenge from Soufal. Again, nothing given, But Everton win it back with Gomez. Here is Richarlison, centre of the West Ham half. Plays it over to James on the right hand side. To Decore. His pass is cut out by Cresswell, but he'll get a second bite at the cherry, Decore. And he's able to find James. Now on to Davis. Andre Gomez. It's out to Godfrey on the left hand side. Now Calvert-Lewin pulling out into a wide position. Dropped off to Gomez. Davis taking over. Gomez again on that left hand sideline, midway inside the West Ham half. The cross is deflected off the Bowen and then cleared away by Dawson. And it bounces out off the Godfrey and out for a West Ham United throw. There's more fireworks to set off into the night sky here in Merseyside. Throw-in launched up the line from Soufal, and there was a clash of heads between Davis and Antonio, and Kevin Friend stops play immediately.
Well, Tom Davies done well here. Just stands in front of Antonio, just puts him off. And that's good midfield play. We have seen that a lot this season from certain sides, just allowing a bigger centre forward to win the first flick on. But Davies just stands in front of Antonio, make sure he doesn't get a clean contact.
The ball was moving at the restart of play because it is a West Ham free kick. Kevin Friend asks for it to be retaken. It's taken short back to Dawson. Here is Ogbonna as West Ham working over to the left hand side. Fornals with the through ball. Then Rama will keep it in play over on this near side. Just tried to direct it backwards to Cresswell, but there were too many royal blue shirts around, and Everton are able to clear the ball away, but they're struggling to keep hold of possession at the minute, aren't they?
Well, and Ben Rama is, Ben Rama, Fornals have been really disappointing. I mean, he tries a little skill there that doesn't come off. It goes down a blind alley. He could have set the ball earlier, instead loses possession. He's got to do better with it.
Handball given against Antonio as he tried to chest it, but the ball bounced off of his arms, and a free kick is given. It's taken quickly to James. He's dispossessed by Antonio, and West Ham are in possession just over the halfway line on the left hand side with Fornals. Antonio with his back to goal plays it to the halfway line. Now here's Rice onto Souček, who then knocks it back to Dawson. Ogbonna inside his own half. West Ham happy to play it across the back four at the minute. Cresswell back to Angelo Ogbonna. Dawson, who's all the way back at the edge of his own penalty area now, sends it further back to Randolph. That wasn't a bad pass from a man who has struggled with his kicking to pick out Cresswell on the left hand side. Ogbonna tosses it forward, and Antonio looks to spin Mina here. Antonio did get the better of Yerry Mina and tried a first time pass off the outside of his boot towards Ben Rama. It was ambitious and it was easily dealt with by the Everton defence.
Yeah, but twice now Antonio is just, out-muscled, out-manoeuvred. Just used his body much better than Sebastian Haller. Just twice now, taking the ball off Yerry Mina, gone, get off, this is mine. And he's such a terrific front man now, Yerry Mina.
Here is Holgate on the left hand side, forward to Richarlison, deep inside the West Ham half, gets the better of Bowen, and Bowen just caught him, and a free kick is given by Kevin Friend over on the far side of the field, deep inside the West Ham half. Could be a yellow card for Jared Bowen here as well, because it was a bit rash, the challenge. Richarlison had got beyond him. I think he knew what he was doing there, Jared Bowen. Also, I think just going to get away with a talking to from Kevin Friend. This is a good area for Everton. James Rodriguez over this dead ball for the Toffees. In left-footed, it's beyond Calvert-Lewin. It's picked up by Decore, right-hand side of the box. He tries to get the shot away left-footed. Good defending by Fornals. Played up to the halfway line. Coleman collects. He sends it out towards the far side of the field with a diagonal ball that is cut out well by Soufal, and then Bowen wins a throw-in out off of Andre Gomez, and West Ham are going to make a couple more changes here. Their final two changes of the evening. Lanzini and Yarmolenko are going to come on in place of Pablo Fornals and Jared Bowen. Of course, Fornals has probably missed the best opportunity of the game. That header from on the penalty spot, a free header, and he failed to hit the target, David.
Yeah, he was disappointing, I've got to say, and just didn't really offer enough. Had the best chance, and I think also Ben Rama's probably quite fortunate to still be on. He's been really disappointing so far.
All three changes made by David Moyes now. He's rolled his dice in bringing on Antonio, Yarmolenko and Lanzini. Everton still have a change to make if required, having brought on Andre Gomez and James Rodriguez. Here is Tom Davis, poor pass, it's behind Godfrey, and it's just got a little bit scrappy this game. Some of the passing has been poor in the last 5 minutes or so.
Well, that might be, to do with the number of changes, who knows, but the sort of the rhythm that it had at the start of the second half, where it was end to end, bit like basketball and much more open, that's gone a little bit now. A lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes, a couple of free kicks coming in and misplaced passes.
Another free kick given, this time for Everton, as Ben Rama went through the back of Tom Davis on the halfway line.
Well, there's been more fireworks off the pitch than there have been on it, that's for sure. They're still going.
Yeah, still going. Kept me up late into the night last night.
Bar humbug.
Well, I should say into the early hours. I mean, I don't mind them going off at midnight, but at 1:30, 2 a.m, surely it's time to call it quits. As a foul is given the way of West Ham. Davis this time on Yarmolenko, just over the halfway line. Andre Yarmolenko, who's come on as a sub for the 41st time in his West Ham career. He's made more substitute appearances than starts, just 24 Premier League starts for the Ukrainian. Can make an impact at times, but can also be pretty poor at times. Free kick is lofted into the penalty area. It's headed away by Mina. Cresswell picks up the loose ball as Souček tries to backheel it towards Cresswell. It's cut out by Decore, and James lays it off to Gomez here, who nicks it away. And here is Gomez, switches play well over to Richarlison on the left hand side, deep inside the West Ham half. Good defensive work though by Yarmolenko to track back and make the challenge. And Everton had a break on there, but